off a little there. Right, that's much better. Way better. Alright, first things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. We do have a special screen we're coming out with under the SFEG. That's what it's standing over there. This fan a little bit. And we're going to be getting back to the medieval builds, but right now I got to get something to cover my table because I can't mess my table up. I just did it and don't really want to mess up. I'm really enjoying my tabletop projection screen and our giant screen over there. Get that going. So anyway, yeah, we engineer several different screens. That's one of those. Our screen paint right there on our 720p ViewSonic projector, 150 inches. That's on our screen paint. And then we coated the table with it too, with the panels on the table. And that allows me to use my Maxsonic on my table. And then over there we have the invisible technology. That is the SFEG. Those screens are the ones that go anywhere they want to go. So instead of having everything crammed on one site, because we do have a Crystal Ridge site, but the Crystal Ridge site was converted to ILEG Technology Screens Info. We are going to be in the process of actually bringing our gunmetal back on that particular site. But excuse me, but I do want the physical screens to be completely separate. I don't want them to be lumped in with any of the screen paints whatsoever. This technology has to have its own site by itself. It has to. Because again, we can't be directing companies to a site that's going to screen paint, confusion, or whatever. It needs to have its own dedicated site. So we're building one. We're putting one together. Most likely, probably, end of the year, we start showing it off on what we're working on. It's going to have nothing but a lot of demonstrations for the ADTECH technology and different ways it can be utilized for and stuff like that. So we're definitely going to be showing up more of that. The table, we have a table version. The guy I told you about, the one who has the printing company, you can print out an entire table. I told you, these printers are huge, and they're huge. So he pretty much prints out car doors, car parts, stuff like that, crazy stuff. And he's got another machine he's bringing in that it's like a 3D printer, but it uses metal. I've never seen anything like that before in my life, but he's getting one's coming in. So that's going to come in handy when we got to print out frames. We have frames and stuff done. Instead of having them built, he can come and just print the entire frame out. But yeah, he's got some crazy stuff over he's working on. But anyway, yeah, the ADTECH is going to have so many different forms of applications, what you can do with it. The friend was talking about basically replacing his open sign for something he heard me say on YouTube about being able to bring in an AI to basically advertise opening, closing, put on a little show right there, or basically advertise products with the opening. We're open, we have this on sale and that on sale. So there's just so many possibilities we could do with this. I like to put the fireplace on because get the fireplace on, chilling in the office, and get a chance to look at some nice, beautiful scenery from the ocean. And then on the desk, we get to check out some fish right there. So kind of like my little circle desk right here. My whole thing right here we have all set up here. But like I said, that's what we're going to do. We have to build a whole new website. Man, I'll tell you, next couple of days are going to be crazy. On top of that, I got to build another PC, which I'm happy about that because I need a new PC. I need more power, and I need it to run the Connect system because that's the reason why we can't basically drag and drop on the desk because we're missing 3.0s, which I thought I had them on these machines, but we don't have them on these machines. So that means I've got to build me a new PC, which is not going to be expensive either. But I figure I'm going to go cyberpunk it. So yeah, this is going to be fun to build. I can't wait to put that whole thing together. Let me see. That's basically about it. And we got the new floor coming in. We're going to leave the mats there for top up, jack up, because that's what we like to do. And we can remove our floor, which I need to take that on site and do a giant fish tank on the floor at whatever site we're going to be at. That's basically about it. New website we're building. yeah, that's basically about it. Still gonna have the same email underneath of it. That's basically about it. It's just gonna be a different new website. So we can basically get that done. I still got to get my business cards made for my t-shirt company. So I got to get that done. Yeah, I got to get that finished. Oh yeah, I was supposed to look that up and totally forgot that. Oh, I got to go back to City Hall and get another license too. Damn it. Just came from City Hall. I gotta go back to City Hall. I forgot to get a license. I gotta get a license for 2 companies. Oh, that's gonna need a license too on top of that. So I gotta get a license for that too. Oh well, guess what? More paperwork, more licenses, more da-da-da. Make sure my stuff is all legit and tied in. Alright, so that's basically about it. New company coming for the ADTECH. Moving on to, not saying we're still keeping all this stuff, but we got to keep the screen paints. The screen paints are customization. That's why we keep them. That's one of the best screen paints we have. And the other site we have under the, used to be, under, no, still under the ILEG info page. It's going to be turned, the gunmetal store is going to be opening up on there. So we got some crazy new gunmetal that we're developing that is going to be insane. Alright, so we can knock that out. Like, gunmetal can be developed in within 20 minutes. All testing can be done within 3 weeks. That's pretty easy to do. Let me see. We're going to convert a 30. Oh, no, we got to change out the Black Widow. I like the name Black Widow, but we need a new gun version of it. I'm going to check my files. I think I've actually got a label for it already. Oh, and we got the Black's Apex screen coming out. That screen's only going to be available on that site. So you got the cases, PC cases we're going to be building with that technology are PC cases that are going to be, they're cubes. They're going to be using the ADTECH technology. So that whole entire case is literally a projection screen. And then with the, we got a lock system or some kind of slide lock system on it where you can actually change the interface to black technology and then invisible, then over to the invisible technology. Or you can put a 48 by 48 screen that will lock on the front of it, which is freaking sick for front projection. So our cube does a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to be working on that pretty soon. So we got to be getting that done too. I got to work over there and check out him and give him the schematics and what we need. He's going to print everything out and we spray it and done. Oh man, this is going to be crazy. I can't tell you how the thing assembles. It's sick how you put it together. It's extremely easy. It's going to be the most easiest case to assemble you ever seen in your entire life. But we can't tell you that. Got to keep all that a secret. We got things coming up. Alright, well that's about it. I'm planning to have my t-shirt product line done this summer because I'm going to be rocking a lot of these t-shirts this summer. And I got some people that are going to be rocking the shirts. And I got a buddy up in New York City. He's going to be basically jumping it off for us. So that's going to be fantastic to have. It's good to have friends in high places that can help you out. So that's going to be nice to have. And the t-shirt business has nothing to do with our products. Not a thing. It's not merch. It's none of that whatsoever. You can't even buy it online. It's an offline product. So anyway, you can get your hands on it. But anyway, it's something completely different. Way outside the box. Alright, let me see. So cases, blah, blah, blah. And then on top of that, we have to venture off to this, because this is coming up next. The flower PCs. Yeah, we're going to be working on some interesting flower PCs. I got a couple of people want to put them in their little art shows, which is going to be nice to show them off. So we're going to be working on those two next. Wow, they're super busy. Whatever. We got time. We're used to doing multiple things at the same time. And then pretty soon, once I get a nice cover for my desk, I can bring the village back. Because I got plenty of cardboard and plenty of glue, but I'm not messing up my desk. I put too much work into, well, not really. It's really easy to do. Anyway, so I don't want to mess up my desk. I'm really enjoying it. I can actually game off this sucker because I got my gaming PC hooked up to this. My retro gaming PCs hooked up to this. Let me see. There's Steam over. Close that application. Our Steam account is running. I think we had that little outage that went through. So let me see. Focus here. Here we go. Bam. Where's my library at? My catalog, library. We got Pac-Man. Oh, I got Space Invaders on this one? I thought I had Space Invaders on here. Oh, I got several Pac-Mans on here. I gotta get the Space Invaders. I'm gonna do Space Invaders off my desk. Alright. I gotta get Space Invaders on here. I bought a game on here too, didn't I? Oh yeah, this is the side, this is the shooter that for we do for portrait. Alright. I gotta get me another stand too, because my stand now is there. That actually fits on my projector perfectly. So I'm using that for right now. So I gotta get another stand. I need another one anyway. I got one that's gonna be either locked to the desk or to the side. I can swing it all the way around. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so last things we got to do in here, pretty much the desk is done, because we got, the desk is finished. We have to do the floor, the giant screen for the floor, which covers all of this. It covers everything. And we have to extend this screen about the size of that one. The bottom panels on here have to be replaced, so that's nothing, right? That's easy to do. But this one right here, we have to add the rumor panels for the bottom and move it over just a little bit, so we missed that outlet right there, because that outlet's going to be covered up. Good, because I got a cat that likes to lick outlets at the end of the day. And we don't need that many outlets we're running in here anyway. And that's pretty much basically about it. Oh, I have to get another ViewSonic projector for over there. See, that's the wonderful thing about not having to spend a lot of money for your projectors, because my projectors are cheap. So it's going to cost me 130 bucks just to put a projector on that side, as we have over here. So that's the plus side of not having to spend the money for expensive projectors. Can you imagine if I had to spend like $3,000, even $1,000 or so forth for a projector? Man, that'd be crazy. I could not even imagine that. Could not even imagine spending that much money, because I got to run multiple projectors in here, and I got to spend all this money because the screen doesn't function. Thank God I ain't got to go through that. I go to eBay and clean it up. Right, take that over there. Football highlights. I have one of these in on my table for my in the house. I had one on the table because I wanted to watch cartoons on my table. So I set the projector up and watch my cartoons. So the difference is I had that one over there, the big one over there on the table. Now, because of the new technology, we got this one over here, little tiny projector. That's one of the things somebody wanted me to do for their business. They wanted me to set up the tables so people can watch movies and sports off the table. But the problem with that is at the time we had technology for it, but not on this level. Never on this level. To pick up 50 lumens in here, and especially in commercial, we didn't have that technology. And the reason why we got that technology, because what I said in the middle of the floor. You do know this is the screen paint that the first one we had was called the Ultimate Black Cinematic. That was the one we made. It had capabilities, but not on this level. And then when I sat in the middle of the floor and I made that statement to God and the world, and I said, hey, you know, from all these things, may God put me out there, and God blessed our technology. Now our technology has that capability. We can run these all day long through the whole entire desk. Doesn't fade or wash the screen out. God upgraded all our technology now. So with that being said, you know, God proved his point. So now instead of having that on my desk, I got this thing on my desk. That thing is small. I can fit that thing in my pocket and watch movies and sports right off the table, sharp, clean. I told you I brought the projector all the way down to the table mid-label, and you can still see it. See? God bless their technology. I'm over here watching a see-through screen. This is crazy because, you know, never thought we had future technology like this. Looking through a screen over here. Now this summer we're going to run out a parking lot, and I'm going to put a 119-inch 235.1 outside, and it's going to look like there's a whale floating in it. You can see right through one and not the other, out in sunlight on a projector again, under $200. Because now I gave myself a new challenge. My new challenge is not only can I only spend for projectors that are under $200, but they all have to be 720p. We can't buy 1080p's now. I like those. We do it right now. So what's the point? You know? So that shows our customers at the end of the day, you don't want to spend that kind of money. Instead of you saving up $3,000-$4,000, if you don't want to spend that money, you don't have to. You're not forced to. Let me see over here. I'm going to do over here. Keyboard. I need a keyboard that wraps around. That's what I need. Someone invent that, please, so I can have something like that. Give me a wrap-around keyboard. I can plug multiple monitors into it. That'd be nice. I'm about to do something about this cable. So I gotta order a cable for this to wrap around, connect over there. Right now, so I gotta use what I have. Got it invisible. Got it over here. It's paused over there. I don't know why it's my caption on all the time. So literally in my office, when I'm working, I can watch a movie here. Work over here, because that's my work PC over here. I got rid of my monitor so I can work over here. Then over here I can watch a movie or sports off my desk. And over here, well, I got that for visual display. Sometimes I might want to see a little cyberpunk display over there, or do some gaming because my PS system is hooked up through there. And then pretty soon we'll have our screen hooked up over here, or that's going to be for visual display too. And then once we get the portable ceiling put in, which I'm going to be engineering and designing, where I can take it down and put it up at will, which is going to be pretty cool. We're designing portable ceilings now. Portable ceiling setups. So that's going to allow us to do what we want to do with that. So you don't want to touch your ceiling? We're going to design a system now you don't have to anymore. It's like a portable screen that attaches to your ceiling using our technology. And it's fully acoustic too on top of that. Told you, always working on something new, always something new. So that's what I said. That whole, when I got doing enough projection screens, I got tired of the wall, man. I got tired of always having to be on the wall, gotta be on the wall, gotta be on the wall 24/7. Why can't you be projected to a table? Why can't you project to a floor? Why can't you project to a ceiling? Why you have to be stuck to the wall? When the projector mapping technology came out for life, I think it's life form, I think it's called, or something form. It's on here somewhere. But anyway, I bought it. But you know why? I'm curious. Like, how would projector mapping be received on our technology? You got to know all this stuff. So you can't say we work with projector mapping applications because, you know, an image can pop on your screen. It may not work on your screen. And we found out that black doesn't read on a gray screen through projector mapping. It won't pick it up. I did the test already. Can't pick it up. It has to be black in order to read it. But we can write on our screens in white with that technology with no problem. I want to go over and do screens. It's gonna be live. This is a live one, right? I'm gonna go ahead and do something different. Look at this smoke on here. I'm gonna do that over here. Where's that smoke? Like that cannon smoke. I'm gonna do that one. That's pretty hot to look at. The visual effects. Ooh, that looks pretty sharp. I like that one. Let's see what that looks like on my screen. And we got a black version coming out. That's going to be ADTECH. ADTECH's going to have that a black apex. It's coming up pretty soon. I'm going to be showing it off. As a matter of fact, I got one right over there on the floor. I had it outside a couple of times, a little black square surface. So I'll be having those pretty soon. So all the physical screens, I mean, we developed from blackout cloth, which you have a blackout cloth surface coming out. It's all acoustic. All our blackout cloth is acoustic. None of it's going to be like where you have to pay for the regular fabric, but if you want to upgrade and spend more money, you got to buy the acoustic. No, all our blackout cloth series are acoustic. So even none of that, well, you have to pay for a little bit more because you want acoustic. No, our blackout cloth, all is acoustic. Because what's the point of selling you something and then nickel and dime you on a surface that you can put sound through? Why don't you just make all of it run through sound? And keep in mind, we're going to be testing against all acoustic screens. I've seen the acoustic screens. I've done these tests before, but let's do it again. We're going to do Elite screens because they have a lot of acoustics for their screen. Vivistorm has acoustic for their screens. Their screens are gray and white. So that's going to be a cakewalk for our technology. Because our technology is black. So that'll be easy for us in the day. What else going to do? We got the gaming screen we're working on. Anything else we're working on? Oh, we got that aqua invisible screen that's going to be used for virtual fish tanks, visual display fish tanks and stuff like that. That's a different form of technology we're working on. And oh, the cubes. We got the cubes. They're designed for marketing and advertising. They're designed for that. The cubes are going to be coming out. I might do a cube next week. I'm going to do a cube next week. I'm going to show that thing off what they look like. This is something different. This is for companies only. There'd be no point to sell it to a customer. I don't even know what you would use it for, to tell you honestly. I mean, you probably could use it for something. Probably could put an action figure and put this original display around it. It'd be pretty cool. I don't know. But we'll see where it goes from there. But right now, it's only for companies to drop their items into it and bring it displays to life. Oh, and we have we want to get into the advertising, as in trade shows. So there's trade show tables. Yeah, we got our own trade show table coming out that's completely designed for projection applications, for basically having commercials right off your table. Instead of having a bunch of brochures all over your table, spend a lot of money, you could basically at the end of the day put, you know, a display just like that. Of course, this is a perfect example. This technology right here, which allows me to be able to shoot off my table with no problem whatsoever. But this would be an ADTECH coating on a fabric. So let me see if I want to do Apple logo screensaver. That means when you have your trade shows and people are coming in to the booth, You can advertise an entire commercial about what your company is all about right off your table, and even the front of it can be hooked up to an ultra short that we can bring a banner to life that can run right across your screen at the bottom. So we have our new projection screen tablecloths coming out pretty soon. And these are all fitted, by the way. So they fit nice and tight, and the image comes up crystal clear. And of course, you can have the ADTECH glass up there, or plexiglass, or whatever you want, and advertise whatever you want right up there. That's why someone's saying you're going to work with advertising companies. Technically, no. And the reason why we don't need an advertising company for us, because we actually designed the technology to make their companies look better. So what's the point of hiring them to sell us something that they're already going to need at the door to be able to do what we do? They don't have our technology. Now they're going to advertise for us. I don't know where that would come in handy yet. I mean, we could do it ourselves, to tell you the truth, honestly. And they would need us at the end of the day to be able to advertise their products on the next level, because they don't have our stuff. No, nothing done is Christmas. I don't want to drink anything with no milk in it. Gonna cough. I already have an allergy issues right now. Yep. So I got a special projector comes in. This projector is designed when you walk around, you see those advertisements on the floor and stuff. We're going to use that thing in the reverse and push it through a window. That's what I'm going to use it for. Yep, people working on the future. So yep, new website coming out. You won't get access to it. Everything on the site will be shut. You'll come to us, say basically under construction. We're not going to show too much on what's going on in there. So there won't be a lot of videos on it whatsoever showing what we're working on. But when it's ready, we'll get ready to show you what it is. And once all our paperwork comes back from good old Uncle Sam saying, hey, your stuff is all locked in. Or the government, it's still Uncle Sam. Your stuff is all locked in, you're good to go. We're going to start selling it. I got special, we got the samples we're going to have for it. And also on top of that, we're sending some of these samples out to some of these major projection screen companies to show them that what we've been working on and what we're all about, if they have not been watching us already. Isn't that pretty cool? You know, it's interesting. I had somewhere, I didn't have this set up in the garage, but I had this set up right here. This is what I had. We got it now. We got a far better setup. Now I got invisible screens, a big gigantic screen. We got a floor display. And God bless us with all new future technology. All new future technology. Oh, we got the fluorescence coming. I forgot. My Cyberpunk PC is going to have one of those screens sitting on top of it, the fluorescent. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be pretty hot. Oh, I should build me another bigger size for my PC. Because we got the invisible screen right here. We can play with that anytime we want. We switch the screens out. I should build me another slide frame. I do a slide frame. I can put that in there, pull that out, and put another frame in there if I want to change it out at will. So I think I'm going to definitely do me a fluorescent for that one too. That is interesting. We'll have to do some testing on that. I think that would definitely work perfectly. Yes, it would. That does work. We can change the color of my screen. I would love to have a bright yellow screen for my Cyberpunk setup. Oh man, I couldn't even explain. I couldn't even go into details to explain to you what this Cyberpunk PC is going to look like. It is going to be crazy looking. From the schematics, what I've seen, what God gave me on how we're going to put this thing together, it is definitely going to be one of a kind. I'm already on the Cyberpunk fan site. I can't wait to show this thing off, man. Oh, this thing is going to be beautiful. We can't wait to that. It's not gonna look like nothing like these at the end of the day. Nothing like them. It's gonna be nice. I can't wait. That one and my cube. So I gotta build my own cube, my own steam machine. I'm building my own steam machine. Like I said, for me, there's no point in buying. At the end of the day, I was talking to my son about that. He's gonna buy one. He don't care what the price. He's gonna buy one. But for him, it's great because he doesn't build. Look what you said. I'm gonna make a trip to the store. He doesn't build at the end of the day, so it's fantastic for him. Or for me, I build, so it'd be pointless. If it was under, it was $600, it'd be worth buying. But because I build, I'm not gonna spend $1,000 for something I could build better. And I got a business tax wholesale license. I get stuff for cheap, so I can get all my parts for pretty much a very good price without spending a lot of money for it. So I'm just gonna go out and build mine. Besides, I'm gonna have this case. I'm gonna have my ADTECH case, which we had to call it something else now. We have to give it a different name. But anyway, I'm gonna have that case right there with that technology right there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be building my own. All right, people, that's basically about it. I got to get out of here. I just want to let you know, yeah, another company coming. Actually, multiple companies coming. But still, this company coming for the new technology. You will not be able to purchase this on the website. You have to strictly go through that website to get it. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Got to go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.